52 and I keep on making music. Oh wait, no, again, this is gonna be different this time. So today I will master a track. So I will not make the track. This is the track that we actually made into episode. I'm not certain. I know that we surely mix and engineer it in episode 150. It is a techno track. It's heavy. There's a lot to it, and I thought it would be a great challenge to master such track. The biggest challenge of this track is that you have a sub. So instead of having a bass that is really hitting, it's like you have to kick that punch through with the sidechain, and then there is a sub that is so substantial that it's like a big hum that embraces the people on the dance floor. That I know the effect of that on a big sound system in a dark room, that's gonna be something else, but it has to be mastered properly. So this sub has to be contained. The kick need to preserve its punch. I really need to make something, and then in the upper end of the track you have some effects, you have some sounds, you have a bit of some ARP, some acid things, you know, that's still to be really nice and clear, but I still need to preserve this sub. It need to really represent. So that's what we're gonna do today. If this is your first time watching, guys, this is episode 152. So I made another 151 episode where I usually make music in real time. That means I open the DAW, make a track, sometimes I import some MIDI. I do not use sample whatsoever, but I do use MIDI, and I basically make a track with you guys and explain what's happening. And every single project included in this one is on our site, weMakeDanceMusic.com, and can get it for $5. I do, however, made some other episodes that are more premium, where like the one that I mix and engineer the track. So we produce the track in an episode, or compose if you like, and then I mix and engineer it into a second one. So the result of this is much richer, and actually put in much more time to make it even better for you. So I put it as a template for 15, 20. This happens, you know, but like I said, this is progress. This is a lot of work. It's not a single session of an hour. It's quite a few hours of work. So guys, let's get started. So like I said, the challenge of this track is the low end and keeping everything tight on the top end too at the same time. I will use Waves plugin because I've mastered with Waves for a long time. I have Apollo's, however, I'm so used to master with Waves, I get like a similar result. I mean, maybe with Apollo I will get more natural, supposedly warm and stuff, but it's just still software based, so somehow I think the result. So let's have a bit of a listen. I'll play you a few sections of the track first. A bit of an intro with a high pass filter on the kick. Coffee, guys. Black coffee. Straight up. So this is the kick. It's clean. Oh, I think it's coming in, the kick. So the first step of them, I'm gonna play you a few more bits, but I'm ready to go master already, but I will. So this is the track. You can hear some bit distorted acid kind of line, some hits. Then we go on the deeper part, but here from here, and then here the big sub comes in. Is it there? I think so. Yeah, from here. The kick is very clean. Then this is like big. It's really driving the track deeper. So to me, this is a trippy techno track. I don't know about you guys. I like techno for many, many years. I actually had a hit in the 2009, and wow, that's 11 years ago, guys, where I got a remix done by Manuel Denomare, which is a great Italian producer. #1 of Beatport Techno for, oh my god, I think 7 weeks in a row. And it actually went up to number 40 in the overall chart because it got played by everybody. It was such a massive, but it was such a simple track. So guys, check it out. Mikas, Temperamental, Manuel Denomare remix. I think it's still a valid techno track to today. It was progressive-y, techno-y. We're definitely in a darker mode here. So okay guys, so the first step of my mastering chain is this. So I do summing, so I want some gain. So I want to get as much loudness as I can. So when you mix, you make sure you don't mix too loud. But then the first thing that I do is I want as much gain as possible to be able to apply the processes slowly. And if I do that with no gain, so at every stage of the mastering, I try to get as much loudness as possible to go into steps, but to always be at the highest as the step as I can do. What that will do is in the end I will be able to achieve a very, very super loudness, but without squashing it with many dB in one step. So this is just the first step. I'm not touching anything. There's a minor high pass there. And then I go into this one, which I just got accustomed to. So just a little enhanced mix. It doesn't really affect so much, but let's go into our low end. This without. Oh yeah. This is definitely a great EQ to start. I won't do any EQing on this project, guys, because this is my track. I mix it, so there's not so much to correct. But I do have in this chain that you can get, guys, linear mastering. I'm gonna put it on just for fun. Just a little bit of a boost here at the top, bit of a dip around 5-6K, because the hats tend to always be too aggressive and make the track just too strong on those frequency when you put it loudly. So I have to say that I like it with, but we're not gonna use that today. I'm gonna go straight into a L2 just to shave the top. I really want to achieve maximum 2 dB, so I'm gonna check my meter here. About 2 dB now. Still a bit too much. Like I said, what I am doing now is I just want to take off the peak of certain part that take up a bit more. So what I'm going to do also for the sake of this mastering session is I'm going to go into the take up the track here. So when I click to verify, I have the most signal. After that I will go in details. Let's see what's a bit before. Oh, I like this part too. So good there. There's already a good signal enhancement. I mean, if you go from here to what we are now, definitely achieve a good loudness. If you want to verify the loudness that we achieve, we have a multimeter here. So we're already at -10, so we already achieved very close to commercial loudness. However, we're not done. Like, I don't want to squash the track, but this track is really growing on you guys. I'm gonna release it. Definitely gonna release it. I thought about the name because there's this vocal in the back say hello. So I think this is gonna be hello. Yeah, that's going on Beatport for sure, guys. Okay, now going to a LINMB, which is better to tweak in this case mainly. So I'm gonna open it completely first, gonna trim it, and then yes, I do want to have some effect on it. I will drop the master to start having some effect, but then I will individually play with the gain. So, not with the gain, sorry guys. With the threshold. So I'm gonna bring it back again to 5.8, and then I'm gonna do the threshold, check if I really go heavy on the bass. Oh, the bass is gone. So like I said, I want to contain it. I'm gonna give myself a bit more volume. See, now with this I actually lower the loudness a little bit by containing what is there. Like I said, I want to affect the bass, the kick. I also want the kick to be in, make sure the kick is still punchy. You can see the kick going in there. So if I go really crazy, not affecting it this much. I think the attack is good. So without. So the main difference, yes, there's the volume drop, but the main difference is the smoothness of the frequency, how the phase is super clean. I would drink more coffee, but then I'm gonna go into the mid-lows here. I think most of the kicks seem to be there too, so look at the threshold. Yeah, definitely gonna go down here a little bit more. There's a lot of the hats that are there too. And then go into not quite the high, but now here's the hi-hat. If I really want to squash it, but I don't want to do this, I still want it. And then I will go at the top. I don't want to leave it open completely, but I don't want to affect it too much. And then with this setting, I can really go with the master. This is to adapt it to the track a little bit. I like how the kick and the bass just tend to push together now. Compared to before, it was a bit too loose. Now we really contained it. Still it's quite prominent still. Okay guys, now we're gonna go into this API just to tighten. To me this affect the low end in such a way without. It's a bit, to me it's a bit unstable now. It just seized it. I like this little arb there. Yeah, I can see that being an interesting track for sure. Oh, I have a console EQ here. I don't know if I'm going to use it. Let's try it. It's a bit over the top, so I'm not going to use it. The center here, I will go lightly on it. It's a techno track without. Give a good stereo image here. Definitely good. This is my setting, so if you like the way this track is mastered, you can get the Logic Pro X project if you use Waves and stick your track in it and play, watch this video, check it out. This is not a definitive chain, as you can use what you need and leave out the rest, you know. I like what I hear so far. I'm very happy with this session. There's a Kramer tape. I can try it, but no, I don't like. It does phase out what I've done before. What I've done before is to tighten everything, and this kind of reopen it. I don't want that. This I do want slightly. And even. It does tighten the kick nicely. See, I like better auto release. If I do 1 second release now, without. Again, it does contain a little bit, but again, another 2 dB of reduction only. Then we're going to a second LINMB, which is a linear phase multiband compressor. I don't know if it's a processor or compressor, it's hard to say, but there is compression. So let's call it a compressor. This will really tighten everything, and I really don't want it to have so much effects. I will open it, and then I will just apply it a little bit. And then without. See, as we go, we clean the bass more. The kick is still punching super hard. Mid-range is good. Here around Around 4 to 8K, there's a bit of a dip, which is great. With some nice high. Then we're gonna go into the final beast, because we're still low, because while I did raise it up, I did compress it. So this final stage is gonna be to bring it to the loudness we require. So this is how I learned to use this. In the plugin itself, you have the guide. So you go, put it minus 0.02, and then go. You can squash it if you want, like this. I wouldn't recommend that. And then you go, and when you start having a loss of signal, let's say the low end, okay, that seems to be good here. I'm gonna have to lower the volume here, guys, because my head will explode. Okay, so now loudness, average 11. Max 9, very good. Now I think, guys, it's time to have a little bit of a listen. Make sure that we have oh, this is weird that it doesn't start at 0. Okay, a bit better. I like to look at the loudness when I actually visualize a track. It is loud. It's quite loud, this one, which is good. Keep on going for the coffee. Let's see. Mix is good. Percussions are like really, really nice and present. They have a good crisp to them. So there was a pad that was coming to envelope. You heard it again. It was like boom. The sub just came in. Ooh. I cannot so much feel it, but I can surely hear the bottom that is there. Thumbs up, guys, if you feel it. If you have a sub, something, you know, you're listening to the session. Building up. I like this little effect too when the sidechain open. Whoop! Very nice, very, very powerful. And the big room track, because it will push a lot and it will choke. Very, very nice. Like a trippy kind of erratic kind of thing. Uh-oh, system overload. That's not good when you're listening to a session. Let's continue here. Oh, I seen a clipping here. I'm gonna take care of that here. Definitely work on the dance floor. So listen to the last part when it's coming back here. I have this a little bit of a trippy part after the breakdown, and then I want to bring them back into the trip with some acid. So alright guys, so it's gonna be it for this mastering session in your live electronic music tutorials. I hope you guys enjoy, I hope you get a bit of knowledge. If there's anything, you can ask me for a question below or something, tell me. If you get a second, check out our site widening-music.com guys. We've got over 5,500 DAW templates, there's choices for everyone, a lot of techno, trance, prog, anything you like really, so you can open it into your DAW and have a good time with it, learn, remix and stuff like that. This is super useful stuff guys. We've been online for 8 years, there's a lot of people that enjoy what we do, so we still exist, which is good. And until next time guys, may the sounds be with you.